Hello and welcome back to Bagel Time 2, Electric Boogaloo, where, yes, I know everyone has made that joke. I don't know where that joke actually originated from.
It rhymes.
Is that why?
I assume that's
Is that really why? I've never noticed that. You know, it's blank 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really that's it? I just thought it was like maybe something was actually called 2,
like
Electric
catchy,
Boogaloo.
You know? Mm-hmm.
I ought to look into this. But welcome back to Bagel Time, where we eat and make bagels. Now, one caveat is that we agreed that, I'm making the bagel this time.
Mm-hmm.
Aileen is eating a nice chocolate bread thing from an Asian bakery that's near us. And the thing is, you have to talk while I make a bagel.
You just have to go and I'll start talking. You cannot enable me.
I feel like I clearly am, though.
Goodbye.
It's time to make the bagel.
Toodaloo.
Every time we're going to switch off like this, where one person is the primary host of Bagel Time. So, Aileen, you like to claim that you're a host. This is your time to do so.
So my time to shine. So right now I'm eating a chocolate coronet.
We've already talked about
Well, I will explain what it is. Well, it's this bugle-shaped kind of conical pastry. And what's interesting about this, which I didn't expect, because I eat chocolate croissants, and they have actual chocolate in them. This coronet has chocolate pudding in it.
Yeah.
Like the Jell-O pudding kind of thing, you know.
It's
chocolate.
disgusting.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
Do you like it?
It's quite odd, to say the least.
Do you like it?
I'm not sure if I would say I like it. The consistency of the pastry itself isn't quite what I was expecting either. I was expecting, I guess, a chocolate croissant. I have to be honest.
Free.
It was. Jake got a Thai tea, and with that purchase, he got this coronet for free, so I can't complain.
After 8 p.m. and their version of happy hours, you get a free bread thing if you buy a drink.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. It encourages late night snacking.
Oh yeah, which
Or
is probably not a great thing, but
or good planning, I guess. You could save it for later, I guess.
yeah.
You know, store it in your fridge, eat it when you're done.
So today I'm making a cheesy bagel. That is what I am making. I don't even know if I can be picked up very well. Actually, I'm making
I don't know
a
either.
little of an impression. You know, I still turn the screen away from Aileen because she gets very distracted.
If you didn't hear that, he just said that he turns the screen away from me because I get distracted.
I got heard. I'm looking at the screen
He just said
still.
that he got heard and he's looking at the screen still.
Ha 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 ha. We already did this when we had Mark on
Did
the
we?
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Although that wasn't a joke, that was unintentional. Not sure if that's better or worse.
Uh-huh.
So Bagel Time is a show that we love because it's very, very different from what we do. And it's also very weird because our regular show, the Thanks for Watching show, is a show that we are very proud is actually about nothing. And we talk about nothing for a good 45 minutes. And then everyone feels nothing forever. But how would you describe Bagel Time? Because it's even less of nothing somehow.
Yeah, I mean, we just make a bagel. We talk about whatever we can think of in the constrained 20-minute time frame. And we eat bagels. That's really all it is.
Aileen is not eating a bagel tonight, though, and that disappoints me.
Yeah, it should not be called Bagel Time, but we will pretend.
Well, I'm eating a bagel.
That does not matter. It is whoever's talking.
No, that's not how it works.
Well, I make up the rules today, since I am the host.
No, you're just temporary host.
Oh, man.
No, you're host today.
Yeah, see? So I make up the rules. And I say it's not Bagel Time right now.
Well, I'm the one that edits the podcast, so unless you want to start listening to yourself, then be my guest.
No, thanks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, I'm surprised you still have an aversion to your voice. Not really surprised, but I mean, that's something a lot of people who broadcast have to get over because you just hear yourself on a loop anyways.
I get that. But it's like, I don't even talk, like, normal in a sense, you know?
Yeah, you talk funny is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and I don't like that. Like, you grew up your whole life hearing these people who just talk with American accents or whatnot. You know, these
Yeah, but I have like
straight...
a really nasally voice. We all have things that are terrible.
Right.
Like, I wish I had a silky smooth voice. But I don't. I breathe heavily through my nose, and I can't figure out a way to fix that.
I like your voice.
Yeah, well, that's because you like me, and you like my face. So, I'm not talking to you because you're biased.
I like you.
Yeah, exactly. So
like all of you.
Your input on my voice quality is nil, basically.
But it's true, though, that you have a very clear voice for talking and broadcasting, you know?
I have a good sense of flow, but that has nothing to do with my voice. You know, I've actually never understood that, because I've been told this before I actually started broadcasting, is that you have a good radio voice, or you have a good broadcasting voice, or...
Yeah.
I don't get it, because I have a very nasally voice. Nobody likes nasally voices. At least that's how I always thought.
That's not true. Like, when you think of people on air, like, you see a lot of people who have nasally voices,
Do
right?
they?
Or at least they're high-pitched, or, you know, whatnot.
Yeah, everyone has these crisp, flavorful voices, and you hear me through my nose more than anything else. And I don't know, maybe if I plug it, it all comes out nice. Maybe, does this sound any different?
No, it sounds like you have a cold or something, you know?
Well, okay, what if it's hard. I'm really trying to only project through my mouth right now.
It's still nasally.
Yeah, and I don't know how to...
But it's okay.
I don't know.
Like, it's not something that people would know. It's like, oh, he sounds nasally.
But that is my voice is nasally encapsulated.
Right.
But it's something you get over anyways, because you just learn that whatever, people seem to be okay with whatever.
Well, yeah, like, people just know you for your voice, and that's...
Okay, I know this sounds like a pat
it.
me on the back, please kind of thing, but what is it about my voice that kind of triggers this sense of, radio voice?
Like I said, it's clear. Like you hear my voice, how it's kind of like muffled, and it's not just the way I talk, it's my voice itself. Like, it's kind of like imagine a piano. Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
The difference between
I know
two
what your
pianos.
problem is, though. It's really simple. It's just that you're not pushing air with your lungs. You're
so I'm not, like, talking
you have to
correctly.
You're letting your air hang in your throat. Like, kind of, well, you gotta push it out of your throat.
Push it out of my throat.
Yeah. And see, you're already talking a lot clearer by just trying that. So you just gotta make sure that you're pushing all the way out with your throat. Not where you sound breathy, but you gotta project. You gotta use your lungs when you breathe. That way when it comes out a lot stronger.
I mean, yeah, I do have to, like, practice that anyways, because I have asthma. So...
Right. Also, you tend to...
I know, I just breathed in at that very moment.
You also suppress your voice, is why. Because you're not letting... You're letting your voice sit here when it should be coming out. It should be coming out like this. And so you see, there's a clear difference.
Maybe that's why my voice gets strained when I start talking louder.
Right, well, because you're just not used to. You're holding your air is right here at your neck, at your throat, right here, and it sounds very different. But when you actually push all the way through, and you let your voice take natural, and you push and with confidence, then boom, you sound different.
That's something I'll have to, like, practice outside of this podcast.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, just try it every now and then when you podcast.
Right.
And I think you get used to it. Is the issue? I was no good. At some point, I must have not been good at it. I don't remember being naturally good at speaking through things. I feel like I know that in high school, in a lot of speech kind of things, I must have had some bad moments. Everyone does.
Yeah.
So, but I know that I got very good at speech stuff. Weirdly enough, I think it wasn't until sophomore year until we did, like, these kind of stupid debates, quote unquote, just for funsies, and I actually made a decent case. That was actually against my magician friend.
Yeah, you told me about that
he
story.
was annoying as crap to debate against. Oh, he just had everything prepared, and he even knew what I was. You know what's and you know what, he deserved it. I won just because I put up a more likable pathos and ethos. But you know what, he deserved it after all these years. He really did, because he did the research from my side. So that way he could pull it up and go, I knew you were going to go into this.
Right.
So I actually
That's
have
what
this
you're
exact
supposed to
chart. No, but down to the exact images and charts I would pull. He had it down pat. I don't remember what it was for exactly, but...
That's good research.
Oh,
You're supposed to know what you're arguing against.
That was actually my first time meeting him, too, because he was homeschooled. This is... I did share this podcast on Facebook, so this is Tristan that I'm talking about. I love you, Tristan. Really happy that you're engaged and that your life is great. And please get in contact with me because, I don't know, I miss you. Aw.
Why don't you get in contact with him?
Also, because he's a magician. And
have you explained that to the podcast before?
On my podcast. I'm going to do it quickly here in case people don't listen to the main podcast, and I'll re-explain in more detail in the other podcast. Hey, did you like that plug? That was a great plug. But the point is that I don't trust magicians. I never have, and I never will. They're seedy people that lie to children for a living.
I think they're just entertainers.
That lie to children for a living.
Yeah, but the children don't buy into it. Maybe they do.
Yeah,
if they're really small. But then they grow up and they go, oh, I see, they're pulling some tricks here. And I can do that too.
And they're so, secretive about their stuff as well. That's what I don't get, is that if you explain it, then they think the magic is gone. When it's more, I think everyone agrees that it's kind of more interesting to peek behind the curtain. And, God forbid that we know what movies look like when they're being made, you know?
Yeah, that's cool to see the behind the scenes of a movie.
But magicians have a magical castle that they all meet up at.
Yeah, that looks delicious.
Yeah, so
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I bet you're jealous of not having a bagel, aren't you?
Why didn't you make the other half?
Because you just said, I don't want a bagel, and you're eating the thing right now. So I have a cheesy... it's hot. I have a buttery cheesy bagel where I put mozzarella on the bagel, perfectly lined, and it actually cooked in my toaster oven quite well, like an actual kind of pizza.
I am entitled a bite.
Yes, you are entitled a bite.
For being host. That's my rule.
But I don't trust magicians. They have their own dark secret code. You can't even access their subreddit without, demonstrating that you are a magician so you can be let in on the secrets. Really? Any bit of Google searching will take you to somewhere else. How can you act like there's any amount of secrecy left in the world? There isn't. And holding on to that is weird, and I don't get it. And Tristan, you're a great person and a great friend, and you're also a magician. And
is he even still a magician?
That. You know what? I don't know. Maybe hopefully he's come around and has learned to be ashamed of his past choices. Please tell me that this is what has happened.
Just contact him again.
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, are you a magician? Yes,
He's
no.
your friend anyways, so what difference does it make?
I don't know. He has a busy life. He's like an EMT, and he's engaged, and he's going to get married.
You still talk to people, even though they're busy.
Yeah, but I'm also, there's not a lot of space in my brain that's dedicated. He's like a friend from high school. At the end of the day, you don't... The truth is you don't think about people from high school anymore.
I do.
Yeah, well, that's an issue.
I mean, my friends are from high school.
I guess. I don't know. I like to look forward, not back.
Yeah, but I mean, it's okay if you have friends who you still keep in touch with.
Yeah, I know it's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I do catch up with him every now and then. That's how I know that he's an EMT and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. You've mentioned that. You've talked with him.
We've even mentioned that we should try and do a podcast before.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because he would be great for a podcast. I would, you know what? I would love to have him on, but he's too far ordered away? A mic, and then he never told me when he got it. So that was the last we talked about. You know what? I might just email...
What if he has a podcast?
I might email... Oh, you know what? That might be a good question. I might just... message him this podcast so that way I don't have to rephrase this at all. I can just talk at him. And then life will be great. And then he can just answer in his own podcast that he secretly has. Maybe it's about magicians. Or maybe it's a secret magician podcast. Oh no! I'm revealing that thumb tips are a thing. Did you know that you can order a fake plastic thumb that's your exact size and color? in all sorts of varieties, and that whenever you just put your hand onto your fist, you're grabbing something out of your thumb tip, and that it's the most obvious thing in the book. Oh, did you know that when you picked your card, you didn't pick your card, he picked your card. He gave you a card that was totally irrelevant to the one you picked. Oh no! It's not like that's the oldest literal trick in the book, and that all card magic is basically the same or math. That's really all it is. It's sleight of hand, forced draws, or math. That's it. That is it. It's either, and if it's not any of those things, it's a trick deck and you've all been lied to. Or it's even lamer in Stooges, but at least magicians are good at, like, if there's one thing I gotta give credit to magicians for, is that they know how to take the piss out of people that they consider to be false magicians. Like, people that use Stooges and nothing but video editing. Mm-hmm. Like, they at least have standards. I will give them that, is that they have a good sense of inner standards. Man, my bagel is delicious. Wow. A little bit of tomato paste would be perfect. It'd be a pizza bagel.
I think it's perfect now.
Have you even tasted it?
Nope.
Well, then you can't say whether it's perfect or not. What do you know about bagel? Oh, you took one of the crunchy, cheesy bits. How is it?
Perfect.
Well, I thought you were just going to do the little... She did the little circle thing with her fingers, and I kind of thought she'd just hold on that and not say anything.
It's an okay symbol. It makes an okay.
Is that... Well, how does it make a K?
Okay.
O? Where's the K?
It's right here. But I mean, that really is an okay
That's an
symbol.
E. I know it's the okay, but like the whole thing, it spells out okay. No, it doesn't.
It's kind of like an okay.
Where? How?
See?
What? No, K's have 4 arms, not 3. That's an E.
I mean, you just have an inherent arm and a knuckle.
Oh my gosh. Or are you saying... Hold on. I'm trying to, like, pose it in a way that it spells okay, but it doesn't.
Yeah, see?
The K will always be backwards.
And then
That's not what K looks like. What do you think a K looks like?
like this.
I'm done with you.
Yeah.
That's it. We're through. We're actually not done with bagel time because I'm still eating the bagel. You want another bite? Now, this is something that is not... I sometimes, as a podcast host, I exaggerate stuff. Oh my gosh, close your mouth. Come on. I do like to exaggerate stuff, but you gotta stop doing that. That is annoying to death. That is actually a pet peeve. When friends that I have who will not be named do that, it drives me up the wall. I put up so much strength to tell them to not just close their mouth. Like, I'm fine if you just... Like, I'm not a totalitarian. Like, if you go and you open and smack a little bit every now and then, especially if you're saying something, whatever. I don't even mind if you talk while you eat a little bit, as long as you know how to hold your mouth closed. Like I'm doing expertly right now. But for God's sakes, don't chew like this.
They can't see you.
They can hear me all right, though.
That's how you enjoy your food. You get the air in, and then it aerates your mouth, and then you taste everything.
Ugh, I don't get it. I'm sorry if you do that and I made you self-conscious. But, come on.
I mean, it is pretty common etiquette for people to say to chew with your mouth closed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I can see their food. It's just that noise drives me up the wall. I don't know.
I know, some people don't like that.
But, yeah. I like to exaggerate a lot of things for my performance mode, but Aileen and everyone in my life can attest to that I really actually don't trust magicians ever. Like, it's like obviously, one of my closer friends is a magician. I know plenty of people that have been magicians at some point or have dabbled in magic. I dabbled in magic myself.
Basically everyone as a kid.
Yeah, to a degree. But you know what? I just don't... I look at magicians and I roll my eyes. And there's something about... It's like they're in a permanent performance mode that is just this facade of, look at this. And it's... You know what it is? It's that they buy into their own reality in their act. I love... The few acts of magic that I do like, they don't buy into themselves at all. Like, I think it's just that sense of that their act buys into the stuff they're selling. And they genuinely do as an act.
It's like they're trying to sell you something.
Right. And it just rubs me wrong. You know, you were hosting this thing.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's it for Bagel Time, folks. He just took his last bite. Oh, great. Yeah. Good job.
This will sound really good over the wimpy music I have.